Sullivan of the Leather Elves. This is a special edition of the Friday Night Flock Talk. We've got a big announcement that we want to make. But before we do that, just a reminder, you can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and that way you get all the content that we've got coming up. I can tell you next week is going to be a fun flock talk with some interesting stories from the road. So I've got to bring on my friend and partner in crime, my fellow Rockstar Tour driver, Keriellen Lohrman from Bird Gardens of Naples. Maybe. There she is. Hey, Carrie, how's it going?
Great. Nice to be in the warm weather again.
Yeah, you'll see the Pittsfield, Maine, and the Naples, Florida, one end to the other. And I can tell you it's about, I don't even know if it's 20 degrees right now, but we've got a bunch of people on who want to know what we're going to be doing. So I don't know. How do you think we should do this?
Well, we can say that we're going from Pittsfield, Maine to Seattle's. We're a beginner. Um,
There you go. So, for those of you whose geography is as bad as mine, that doesn't tell them a lot. But I want to tell them a little bit about. So, doing the Rockstar road trip, we started this last year. Carrie and I went from Maine to Florida, and it was a journey. We learned some lessons. Um, the first lesson is build in bathroom breaks, right?
yes. Yep.
That's perhaps the most important one. Um, but we really like to we looked at the map. We talked to different rescues all up and down the East Coast, and we visited 14 rescues, several other avian facilities, some that weren't rescues but had birds that had been rehomed to them. So it was a lot. We learned a lot too. So, Carrie, if what would you say was your biggest takeaway from last year's Rockstar Tour?
That everybody does something different and everybody has a significant thing they do that is special. And that we could
Yeah,
learn from every place we go.
it's true. And I think, we learned that, and we also learned that there's no one way to do it, and we didn't go anywhere that was horrible. We went to places that were incredible. We went to places that were works in progress. And I think there's a little of all of that out there.
Absolutely. And we went to some very small places and some large places. I mean, when we were in Duet, that was massive.
Mhm.
And we did a few small rescues up there in Maine and some other places uh, that were incredible too. And a lot of people say to me, "Oh, I'm not that big," but not that big doesn't matter uh, because every person who does a little something does something good. And if 20 people around me don't take 20 birds, that means, I have 200 more.
Yeah, we don't like that kind of math. And it's true. I mean, and there are different types of rescues. There are rescues that are facility based. There are rescues, rehoming organizations that are fosters. They have all the birds are in foster care. And one of the things that when I would get frustrated last year, Carrie would say to me, "None of those birds chose to be where they are." And it's so true. Um, and I hope that people who are watching and people that are listening really think about the fact that this is about the birds. Yes, Carrie and I have a blast. There's no question about it. We laughed our way from Maine to Florida, except when we were in traffic. On our way to Nana and Papa's in Virginia, we got stuck in like 3 hours of
Um,
traffic. And it was so difficult and so frustrating, but we kept going. And
and we
yeah,
did
those
not
weren't
put
laugh.
in a bathroom break. No bathroom
We
break.
did not. It was bad. And so we did learn that lesson. And this year there will be bathroom breaks. And then Nancy, I love it. Nancy Forrester just said, "We are small but mighty." And
Yes.
so you got me welling up with tears here because it's true. And your facility may not have the most birds we saw, but there was an awful lot of love. And I think that's part of what we took away from that as well. So all right. So you start in Maine, and everybody says, "Oh, there's no parrots in Maine." Well, we found out last year there are parrots in Maine. We visited Siesta Sanctuary and got such a warm welcome from Marg and Fritz there at Siesta. But this
Yeah.
year we're starting in Maine, but our first stop is Berkshire Bird Paradise. Um, oh, wait, nope, I'm sorry. Nick, I went out of order. Seymour's Bird Refuge is in Maine. They are small. They're not sure if we're going to be able to stop there or not, but we're going to talk to them again, and we're going to add them into the list. And one thing I should tell you guys before we go any further: the way it works, we've asked each rescue that's on the list, each facility that we're going to talk to their supporters and ask their supporters to help them raise some funds. Because I'll be honest with you, this is not an inexpensive endeavor. We're asking them to try to get their supporters to order $500 worth of Leather Elves toys at each facility. And for that, they get $1,000 worth of toys. And we're going to talk to you guys later about our sponsors, and they will also be getting product from our sponsors. So there's a lot going on here. There are a lot of moving parts. If you are watching and you want to help with the rescue, the QR code that is closest to me is takes you to the Leather Elves, and that way you can purchase a bundle of toys for whatever rescue you choose from the drop down menu. All of the tour rescues are on the drop down menu, and so those toys will be made by us and then brought to the rescues when we do the tour in August. The QR code that is closest to Keriellen is financial support so that we can get gas. I will tell you, last year our van cost us close to $3,000 and we didn't go as far. So there's all these moving parts, and sometimes it becomes overwhelming how you can help. But either one of those, yeah, it is a long drive, Dorothy. We're building in bathroom breaks this year. So from Seymour's, we are going to go to Berkshire Bird Paradise, which is in Petersburg, New York. They are a facility that has both parrots and birds of prey. Carrie, have you been there?
I have not been there. I have spoken online to the gentleman, and I moved a lot of Paula's birds from under my wing to several different facilities. And her last two birds that were her personal birds went to him.
Okay,
So
so
we've had contact, and he's happy to see us, and I'm looking forward to seeing Lance and Snuggles and actually meeting him in person. And that's one of the great things about this. We all have relationships online, but getting to actually meet the person and be there, it opens your eyes to many other things.
it really does. And, seeing something online, you can get a picture of, we lost Carrie's visual. You can get a picture of what things look like. You're back. You can get a picture of what things look like when you're online. But once you're there, you really have a feel for what goes on at that facility. The next place we're going to, I think, Nick, did you have, I may not have, yeah, we're going to skip that one for now, Nick. The next one is Second Chance Bird and Reptile Rescue. They are in Rochester, New York. I spoke with Barb there. We are going to try to see if we can get her some reptile stuff too, because she said they can use both. They have a collection of about 50 mixed species of birds, all different sizes. So if you would like to donate to them, they have different. I have Puffin from there. You have Puffin from from Second Chance or from Berkshire Bird. We'll wait and see what Shelley says. Um, so there's definitely, bird and reptile. So a lot of times those go together. You got to be careful when it comes to housing them. But I know, Carrie, you like reptiles as well.
I do.
Don't you have a snake who visits sometimes during your tours?
Yes, we have Daisy. She's around 6 feet long now. She's been on the property for the 14 years that I've been there. She randomly shows up and we just kind of pick her up and pass her around. She keeps the rat population down, kind of like her, and a lot of the people who visit interact with her and they're amazed how docile she is. And then they ask me where they want me to put my snake, and I say just put her in the bushes because that's where she lives.
There you go. So you have a
And
feral
I have
snake.
random videos of her.
There you
She's
go.
native, and and that's where she belongs in the yard.
There you go. And anything that helps with the rodent population at a bird facility is a good thing. Um, so, all
True.
right, the next place. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say that's why we put in an owl box, and this weekend the platform for the red-shouldered hawk is going up.
So anybody that hasn't done it already should sign up. It's called Twitch, right?
Yes,
You go
Twitch.
and subscribe to Twitch, and you can view the owl box. And I can tell you, I've seen the owl box. I haven't seen the owl box in person, but I've seen the red-shouldered hawk on the owl box, which is why Alec is his project for this weekend is putting up a red-shouldered hawk platform. So you can check out those cool things at Bird Gardens of Naples online. But you should really go because
Oh,
it's very cold.
well, we have a feed on the macaw flight now also. There's a live feed
Ta-da!
on the macaw flight.
There we go. We're
It's
gonna
mostly
skip
them
that one.
just eating.
We're Nick had up Hawk Creek Wildlife Center. We're going to stop there. They are not one of the facilities that's part of the tour, but they are a wildlife rehab center, and I've worked with them for many years. So we're going to stop there. The next rescue on our list is Parrot Hope Rescue in Mantua, Ohio. I spoke with Shelley there, and I know they've been like rah rah on the posts already. So Dorothy, you can come. Dorothy's going to come with us on the next one. We're going to have to get like a party bus, I think, because all the
I'll,
people that want to come with us.
I'll just throw some seats in the bus.
I like it.
We'll get
So
beanbag
that
chairs for everyone.
I love it. And maybe we could sell tickets to the bus.
Hmm.
Uh, we'll see. I don't know, you guys. It's an experience, I will tell you. Although I did just experience driving through 6 inches of snow in Alabama with Carrie when nobody else knows how to drive in snow in Alabama. So if she can make it through that, we're good. We're good going from Maine to Seattle, even though it's a long trip. And somebody did recommend, Carrie, I think it was Shelley, to do bathroom breaks before the big cities. Then we won't have as much traffic. It's true. When you have to go, the traffic's always worse.
Always worse.
Yeah. So, all
And
right,
it's easier to
add that.
get to gas stations.
It's true. Add that into the plan. A
Okay.
bus with a bathroom. Oh, there's another idea. These are good ideas. I like it. Okay, so the next place we're going to stop is one of our sponsors. Um, I believe, In a Pickle Parrot Shop. The In a Pickle Parrot Shop is in Broadview Heights, Ohio. Paul Paulson is the owner, and we're going to stop and see Paul and kind of see what's going on at In a Pickle. It's a great name, In a Pickle Parrot Shop. Um, the next spot we are going to stop at, if we can work it in. We've been talking to Lara Joseph at the Animal Behavior Center. Lara and I have been trying to figure out how we can get something together so we can stop in and meet some of her rehomed animals, and her other animals that she's working with. So that's a possibility, on the Animal Behavior Center. The next rescue facility we're going to stop at is in Cardington, Ohio, the Charlie Brown Bird Rescue. I've been talking to Amanda, and they've got 50 to 60 birds in, plus fosters, from cockatiel to macaw size. Oh, we could stop at Love's. They have great bathrooms. Okay, good tip, Dorothy. If you guys think of any tips like this, places we need to stop because they have good bathrooms or good snacks, Debbie, it's a great idea if you can let me know. So Michelle's going to be the follow car. Okay, Michelle's going to gas up the truck coming
Great.
from California. Michelle, we got to figure that route out. And she's got 9 seats in hers. If we want to, anybody wants to jump in with Michelle, they can do that. All right. Where are we going next? The next place we're going, drum roll please, is Mango's Haven Rescue and Sanctuary. They're in Bellefontaine, Ohio. Carrie, do you know where Bellefontaine is?
No, actually, that's a place I have not been, but will be.
We will be there, and you guys will be there with us because we're going to share all this with you. I hope that everybody who's listening will tune in when we go in August and kind of keep up. We're going to do live streams at each one of these facilities as we drop off the product from our sponsors. So the next stop is Sugar Creek Bird Farm. We want to thank Sugar Creek, Bernie, and her staff. She's going to sponsor us for the tour. So Sugar Creek has a very cool outdoor aviary. They are located in Bellbrook, Ohio. I have been there, so it's kind of cool. You're going to like it.
Okay. As long as it's warm.
All right. I can't guarantee that. Although Ohio in August will probably be warm. A place to call home in Connorsville, Indiana. I spoke with Scott. They have roughly 45 to 50 mixed flock that they are working with. And that's their average. Most of these numbers are their average census. We never know if something comes up and they get an influx of birds. Carrie, so your census changes on a regular basis, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Especially
I
if
might have
we're
200 more birds another day.
It's true. Yeah, Sugar Creek is a great place. Yeah, Kelly, Kelly and Shelly. And Shelly also said Laura's place is awesome. So this is going to be a fun trip as long as we work in those bathroom breaks. The next place is another sponsor, Bird Fever in Indianapolis. Joanna and Mark Roth are welcoming us into their store. And if anybody's ever or in the Indianapolis area, Bird Fever is a great place to stop.
Do you think they'll do a trivia for us?
They might. I love doing trivia. You guys have done trivia with them before. They're really good at it. Maybe we could do a trivia from the store.
That would be
sounds
great.
good.
Maybe a Rockstar trivia.
Oh, I like it. Huh. All right. I make a note to myself, or Carrie, you remind me. I'll make a note to ask Mark and Joanna if they'll do that. Candy suggests we need a motorhome. I don't know.
A motorhome would
If
be
anybody
great.
knows, if anybody knows of anybody that wants to let us use their motorhome, we would be more than happy to do that. So yay for Bird Fever. It's so true. SAAPP Brothers truck stops have great bathrooms and lots of snacks. Okay, that's another note that we need to make. We need to know where the good snacks are. All right, let's see. The next stop is Frosty and Friends in North Manchester, Indiana. They've got, let's see. I talked to Deborah. They've got around 68 birds right now from lovebird to macaw. So if you're thinking about, a donation for Frosty and Friends, any size will do. They're more than happy. Oh, there's one that, Nick, I didn't put it on the list. This is someone that we are going to support. I don't know they're going to be able to visit her, but she's been recommended by several people, her organization. So a little budgie told me they are on the list, on the drop-down list for donations. And so we already got some donations of some parakeet and budgie stuff while we were at Parrot Festival from Bernie and Dennis. So we've got some of that, but if anybody wants to do a small box for a little budgie told me, we're going to be dropping some things off. We may not be doing a live stream from there. So let's see, where are we next? Black Pine Animal Sanctuary, I am still in communication with them. We're working on that. I had someone recently send them some Leather Elves toys, so we're going to see if we can stop there. The next place, drum roll, please. Anybody online? Anybody on the live stream know about this place? Carrie, have you ever heard of this place before?
What place?
This place, Cockatoo Ranch.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
maybe.
okay. I don't know. That some woman named Shelly. I think that's there she is,
Oh, it
Shelly.
was
She knows Scott.
Kelly.
Oh no, it's Shelly at Cockatoo Ranch. We're gonna be stopping and visiting with Shelly and her cockatoo collection. So if you guys want to do donations for Cockatoo Ranch, I guarantee you Shelly will appreciate the largest possible donations. Michelle knows Shelly, and yay for Cockatoo Ranch. She's being quiet now. She wasn't quiet before.
Mm.
And we are also going to be visiting with Meg at Red Feather Farm. I am not. Did she just call me a brat? She called me a brat. You know, we don't have to stop there, Shelly. Carrie, make a note that Shelly called me. So, you know, her boxes might be a little bit light. Red Feather Farm, Meg's. I should say that Shelly does have 32 cockatoos, so she can't hear me anyway. It's all right.
Yeah.
Um, so, so I'll take Cockatoo Ranch before blue cheese. What does that mean, Zeb? Anyway,
Oh,
we've got
Zeb.
Red Feather Farm, and Meg has a flock of about 50 mixed birds, all different sizes. If you would like to do a donation for Red Feather Farm, any size will be appreciated. She's going to call me a brat again. I don't know. I don't know. No respect, Carrie. The next place we're going, Carrie respects me, right?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, listen, that wasn't very convincing. The next place
Just
we're
past the beaver nuggets.
Beaver nuggets, chocolate covered beaver nuggets. If anybody would like to donate
One
those,
nerd.
feel free to send them directly to my home. All right, we've got Birds and Beaks Rescue. This is Shannon. Some of you probably know Shannon. She does a lot of great stuff on social media. Shannon is in Battle Creek, Michigan, which I believe is the home of Kellogg's, isn't it?
I don't
Like
know.
as a kid, I don't know, but like Battle Creek is always it's a place that you think of a lot. Like it rolls off the tongue. So we're gonna go see Shannon at Birds and Beaks. And Deb Lex is making comments about white chocolate beaver nuggets. Bucky's beaver
I like
nuggets.
them better than
Um,
the milk chocolate.
I didn't get any of those. Deb didn't share those with me on our most recent journey, but it's okay. All right. The next stop. Oh, thank you, Jody. Kellogg's is in Battle Creek. Our next stop will be at the Greater Chicago Cage Bird Rescue and Adoption in Villa Park, Illinois. I spoke with Joanne. They have a variety of birds, all different sizes and shapes and types. So we will be stopping there. The next place will be CARE, Center for Avian Rehab something. And I feel really badly that I don't know what that stands for, but they are in Waukesha, Wisconsin. I spoke with Cassie there, and we're going to be stopping by and meeting some of the birds that they have in their care. All right, next page. We're going to skip that one for now, Nick. The next stop is going to be Roseberry Bird Rescue in Little Chute, Wisconsin. Have you ever been there, Carrie?
No. Me
neither.
There's a lot of
Anybody?
places. There's a lot of places up north I haven't been.
That's because it's cold and you're whiny. So,
Yeah, I am.
that's why we have to go in August. We were going to go, when it was a little cooler, but now we got to go in August. So Shelly says she's worked with almost all these guys and they are great. So that's cool. And Deb's going to send us some
Fabulous.
white chocolate beaver nuggets. Yes. Okay. The next spot, Feathered Friends in Edgerton, Wisconsin. I spoke with Hillary. She has roughly 60 birds from budgie to macaw. So again, that's Feathered Friends in Wisconsin. Any size bird donation would be welcome. The next spot is the International Crane Foundation. So Kerry and I decided we wanted to kind of branch out a little bit. This is in Baraboo, Wisconsin, and we are super excited to go there. Carrie D. Oh, Laurie McFarland. It's the Center for Animal Rehabilitation Education. Thank you very much, Laurie. Carrie, you have cranes at your facility, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What
Yes,
kind of
we
cranes do
have
you have?
big ones. No, East African, East African cranes.
All right.
Yep. And
Yeah.
we
So
are getting
Dorothy
ready
just
to
asked.
enlarge our habitat.
Nice. I will take
There'll
pictures when
be a
I come
camera.
down because. Oh, you're going to do a
We're going to
live
put a
feed from
live
there
feed.
too?
Yeah. Yes.
Nice. So Dorothy wanted to know if I was gonna celebrate my birthday on the road, August
Yes.
11th. So Kerry has promised me, Dorothy, that she will wear the infamous penguin suit and get me a birthday cake. Ha! It's on the live stream now. You have to do it. Yes, yes, yes,
And if
yes.
anyone hasn't seen the penguin costume, they should log into some of the videos or look on our Facebook page from the Parrot Festival. And Miguel raised quite a lot of money wearing that penguin costume and gifted it to me with hopes that I would be able to raise money wearing it for this.
All right.
I
Oh, and
want,
it's Kim from Four Birds Foundation, her brother's birthday too. So you'll have to wear it for his birthday as well.
okay.
Who knew there were
And
penguins in Nebraska?
okay, I do have the macaw and the toucan costume, and the macaw costume is really built for somebody your height.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Hey, Jody's offering to pay you to do the penguin. I'm just saying. I like it. So Nick is going through the rescues because he's like, come on, speed it up. Let's go. So the next facility that we're going to is Parrots Umbrella in Hastings, Minnesota. Jen, super excited that we're coming. She has roughly 50 birds right now, mixed species, all different sizes. After that, we will be headed to Mars, not the planet. And that's quick. Tell me what Mars stands for. Anybody? Oh, Debbie has parrot feet for us to
Midwest,
wear. Mid avian
Midwest
something.
avian
They
rescue.
shared, and I feel really badly. I know that Laurie McFarland knows the answer to this. Laurie's the trivia queen. Come on, Laurie. This is a trivia question. What does Mars mean? Jody said she'll pay for me to do the macaw one too. Um,
Okay.
so
I
Mars,
have parrot feet.
you have parrot feet. Well,
I
that
do.
I'm sorry, but that's not okay. I need the whole suit. Um, all
Well, I
right,
have the whole
we've
suit
got.
you can wear with the feet.
Thank you very much. Um, all right, let's see. We are also I missed it. You skipped over avian sweets, and I didn't even say it. Can we go back, Nick?
Aaron,
Or is there not? Is there after Mars? Oh, okay. So in between Mars and Hemker Park and Zoo is Avian Suites. Avian Suites is the gold standard in parrot boarding. There she is. Dun, 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 dun. And we are going to go visit Karen Anderson and company at Avian Suites in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So thank you for welcoming us to Minnesota, Laurie McFarland. And then we're on to the zoo in Freeport, Minnesota. And then we will be doing a donation for CARE. CARE is Center for Avian. I'm not sure. It's awful. They're in West Fargo, North Dakota. Oh, Midwest Avian Adoption and Rescue Services. That's Mars. I'll give you a toy, Laurie, if you tell me what CARE stands for. Uh, um, Minnesota something. Minnesota what? I'll donate. Oh, Deb is gonna donate if I'll wear the whole macaw suit, not just the feet. Yes, Avian Suites is an amazing facility. All right. So after CARE in West Fargo, North Dakota, um, we're going to go to the Iowa Parrot Rescue in Letts, Iowa. I spoke with Sarah there, and she is excited for us to come. And I've been to Iowa once. So have you ever been to Iowa, Carrie?
Yes, I have. Drove through in the
You
school
have.
bus.
Okay.
It was
Um,
cold. It was snow.
so no, CARE with two A's, Laurie McFarland. Sorry. Next. Mm, Did we skip over? Yeah, there we go. Four Birds Foundation, Kim Dickerson in Ashland, Nebraska. We first encountered Kim while we were on the Rockstar Tour last year. I was talking to Kim as we were driving on the tour, and she said she hopes that we would be coming through Nebraska at some point, and here we are going through Nebraska. Um, oh, thank you, Linda. She says Mars is excited to welcome you. We have around 100 parrots of all sizes. So if you'd like to donate, any size works for Mars. Okay, so for the Birds Foundation, Iowa Parrot Rescue, for the Birds Foundation. What do we got next? Tracy Aviary. I have had the pleasure of working with Helen. Have you ever been to Tracy Aviary, Carrie?
I have not.
It is a fantastic facility in Salt Lake City, Utah. And we will be visiting Helen. Hopefully, Helen will be in town when we're there. And we can stop by and see her show and see how things are going there.
I am
Karen
looking
says
forward to meeting her.
I've had
Looking
the
forward.
pleasure of working the board of directors with Helen for many years of IAATE. So okay, so Center for Avian Adoption and Rescue and Education is what CAARE stands for. Thank you, Steph. Um, I think Kim is just so wonderfully positive from Four Birds Foundation. She's like, I'm so excited. And every time she writes me an email or I write her an email, it starts with, I'm so excited about this. And that's really, that's fun for us. So thank you, Kim. The next rescue is the What the Flock Rescue. I honestly just couldn't read. I don't care if they had one bird. I honestly could not skip the What the Flock Rescue. So I spoke with, they're in Boise, and I spoke with Haley the other day, and she is excited for us to come visit. So we will be visiting What the Flock Rescue in Boise, Idaho. And we haven't even told him yet. I don't know if he's listening or not, but we're hoping to stop by and see John Del Rio. John is a horticulturist who has been a guest on the live stream before, and we will be stopping by to see John. So, John, we are inviting ourselves to your house. So, all
And
right.
he doesn't have any penguins, I don't think.
He doesn't
I
have
don't think he
penguins,
has
but he
penguins.
does. No, but he might need some. He's got that other big bird, and maybe if I lose Carrie at John's, you'll know it's because she pet something that she shouldn't have. Just saying. Um, all right. The next place is the Second Chance Rescue, and you're all going, "Oh, you already said that," but no, there are two of them.
No,
This is
choose
the
another
West
one.
Coast version. This is the Second Chance Rescue in Bend, Oregon. Um, we've got We've got, she has roughly 60 birds, Amazons, grays, macaws, cockatoos. So she just kind of does the bigger guys. So if you're looking to help out with the Second Chance Rescue in Oregon, if you can, stick to the larger size box donations. Dorothy says that Kim is also a Nido Adoptivo nest box sponsor every year for Saving the Blues. So thank you for that. Our next stop is going to be Cascades Raptor Center. A friend, Kit Lacey, who I also served on the board of IAATE with, works there. Some of you who attended AFA when it was in Portland, Oregon, got to meet Kit when she very kindly brought her Eurasian eagle owl to do a talk about record keeping and avian first aid. So we get to see big birds, Carrie, like big, big birds.
I like big birds.
You have you have big, big birds. Um, all right, next place, Northwest Parrot Rescue. I spoke with Chris Driggins, and we are going to be stopping. The Northwest Parrot Rescue is in Vancouver, Washington, and Chris actually works with several different facilities, so we will be visiting him at a couple of different locations. Chris also runs Parrots for Patriots, where he works with veterans. So I know, Carrie, you try to work with a diverse population with your volunteers, and that's something that Chris does too. So we're looking forward. You've been to Chris's before, right?
No, I met with Chris.
Oh, okay. All
When I
right.
was
So
out in Washington, he came out and met me.
excellent. Um, the next place, we're skipping that one, Nick. Birdman's Exotic Bird Sanctuary. This is also a facility that Chris works with that has quite a few disabled birds. So, Carrie, this is you work with you. Some of your guys, you've got, one of your favorites. And I know you don't have favorites, but one of your favorites is a bird who is blind. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
We work with
you know,
and Roxanne is doing great. She's gonna be going out on events with us. She's come a long way for a blind bird.
oh yeah, she's very impressive. And when I first met her, she was a little bit standoffish, and she seems much more comfortable. Her body language said to me that she was more comfortable when I was there last week. So Chris is working with a lot of disabled birds. We're going to skip the next one, Nick. We're going to skip that one. Flying Colors Aviary is on Whidbey Island in Washington. You've been there as well, right?
I've been, yes, absolutely, yes.
What a huge, amazing facility. We're gonna take the ferry to Whidbey Island. See, this is all part of the adventure, and go and visit Susan Hilliard at Flying Colors Aviary. And then the next one is Mollywood. Mollywood. I've met many birds that have been rehomed through Mollywood in the past in Washington State, and they're just incredible pets. They have been, I know that Betsy works with them, gets them to the point where they can, go someplace else and live out the rest of their lives. And so I'm looking forward to going to Mollywood. She has mostly big birds, if I am correct. Have you ever been to Mollywood, Carrie?
I have not been there, but when Zazu's closed and I took all those birds home, several of their volunteers now go to Mollywood and they talk about how much they love it there and what a wonderful place it is. So I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to visiting.
Megan says she's been there. Jody loves Mollywood. Debbie says it's a fun place to hang. Susie's great. Shelley says, and it is a huge list. It's very true. We have one more place that it was not on the list that I gave to Nick. I don't think. We will be visiting some of the birds that are in the care of Flight Club Foundation. This is an amazing organization, and they just kind of are there when you need them. Debbie says Betsy Lott is the cockatoo queen. And if Betsy Lott is the cockatoo queen, then Debbie is the queen of Flight Club Foundation. Debbie Goodrich has been, working with Flight Club Foundation and doing incredible things in the community up there. So we are including Flight Club Foundation on our list of rescues and rehoming organizations that will be on the tour. Our final stop um, is Kiko's Parrots. Jody has created a home for people who love birds. Carrie, you've been to Kiko's Parrots.
Yes. And I've been to Debbie's both.
That's oh, okay. I have
Yeah,
not.
I'm,
I've
yeah.
talked to Debbie. I've seen Debbie's birds, but I've never actually been to any of the Flight Club Foundation locations. So, but we're going to end up at Kiko's Parrots, and like I said, Jody's welcoming us into her store. So, that's the
Is she gonna
list.
make me wear the penguin costume?
I think she really is. She said something about paying for it, so I'll collect that while you wear the penguin costume. What do you think?
As long
I
as no
love
one
it.
throws fish.
We are spending a fun-filled weekend. Jody says, "Yay for a fun-filled weekend event at Kiko's Parrots." So now we need to talk about our sponsors because we couldn't do this without them. A&E
Yeah.
Cage Company, they supported us last year. They are supporting us again, and they will be donating. There will be product for each and every rescue from A&E Cage Company. All right, the next one, and I'm going to let Nick do this himself because I don't alphabetize, is Aronico. We want to thank Ronnie. Ronnie sent product last year, and when I saw him at Parrot Festival last week, he told us that he would um, gladly donate product again. So there will be product for each rescue from Aronico. Avian Suites is sponsoring us. Karen's going to give us a tour of the suites. I've been to the suites, Carrie. Have you?
I have not, but I've heard a lot.
It's awesome, and I really want people to take a look at it when we do the live stream from there. Take a look at it and see what you should be looking for when looking for a place to board your birds. So thank you to Avian Suites for their support. Who have we got next, Nick? Bird Gardens in Naples. Who are they?
Shocker.
So Carrie, can you let people know why you agreed to do this?
Wow. Because it's needed. Uh, because it opens people's eyes to the different facilities, maybe close to them or not close to them. We all may be in our little area and know who we like and who we support. But when we go across the country or up and down the coast, we spotlight and feature facilities that people normally wouldn't get to see and may be more inclined to help out. And that's important.
And because I'm super fun to travel with.
And I like to drive.
She didn't agree with me on that. I don't know. All right, who do we have next, Nick? The Bird Endowment. We want to thank Dorothy Pattison and the Bird Endowment. They are supporting us in our mission, and they're an organization that we both believe in very strongly. And Dorothy has been nice enough to help support us on this mission. So thank you, Dorothy and the Bird Endowment.
Thank
Who
you.
we got next? Bonka Bird Toys.
Bonka.
Bonka. Carrie, I got to meet John last year on the tour. He is
Hmm.
fantastic. His mother is a trooper. He has her working
Love
on
mom.
toys. So mom is there. So can you tell people a little bit about John and Bonka, Carrie?
Anybody in the bird community in Florida absolutely knows who John is. He's been doing bird shows for over 25 years, supplying toys. He has supported rescues. Uh, his toys are made a lot by the people who live locally. You know, they make toys for him, so it supports the local community. John's always the first one to be there when you need something. Even cages, there's times he's called me up. In the hurricane, he was like, Kerry, who needs transport cages? He's like, I've got tons of them. Come get them. So John has
He's
always been
amazing.
a great supporter in the community.
So there will be product from Bonka as well for the rescues. Who else have we got, Nick?
Oh,
Um,
if
yeah.
if we can fit them in any rescue needs little cages, let me know. I have 100 small cages, brand new.
All right. We can fit those in if you need them, so just let us know. Dawn Lucero is a phenomenal jewelry artist. She's a phenomenal artist, but she makes some great jewelry. And Dawn has offered to donate some jewelry for us, and we will be auctioning that off to help with the Rockstar Tour. So thank you, Dawn. That's Dawn Lucero. All right, who's next, Nick? The Eclectus Arc. So the Eclectus Arc is a phenomenal facility run by Lorella Desborough and Lisa Woodworth and Curtis McCleskey, and they do such a great job with eclectus and with just really getting down to what to the nutritional needs of parrots. They'll talk to you about that. Lorella is a phenomenal resource for people about eclectus parrots, and there they are. Hello from Lorella, Chris, and Lorella, Lisa, and Curtis. So they have very generously agreed to share with us some of their freeze-dried product that is available on their Etsy store. And so we want to thank the Eclectus Arc because of their generosity. Product will be going to the rescues when we go and visit on the tour. So thank you guys at the Arc. We love you. Who else have we got? Harrison's Bird Foods. So, Harrison's, I spoke with Dana from Harrison's, and we were talking about this tour. And I talked to Kerry, and I said, hey, I think we should approach Harrison's about their grant. And we did. And they have very generously given us a monetary donation of $1,500, and they will be providing food for all of the rescues to give it a shot, see if your birds. We're going to talk about some diet conversion, but there will be Harrison's bird food for all of the rescues. So we want to thank Harrison's very much for supporting us so fully with this grant. All right. In a Pickle Parrot Shop, we talked about them. They are going to be, they're one of our sponsors. They are in Ohio, and we will be stopping by. And we want to thank In a Pickle for supporting our mission. J&W Pets. These guys they do great toys. They very natural toys. They also do behavior consulting. They are located in Texas, and we want to thank them. They have supported us both with a financial donation, and they will be providing product for the rescues that we will be visiting. So thank you, J&W Pets. Kiko's Parrots. I don't know, Carrie. What can we say about Kiko's Parrots? Oh, we're losing Carrie. There she is. Oh, okay. So we want to thank Jody. Jody has supported us emotionally. She supported us financially. She is supporting us by having us come to her store for that fun-filled weekend. Jody's there whenever you need her. What have you got to say about Jody, Carrie?
I love Jody. She's lots of fun. She does a great job. She's supportive in the bird community. Um, she's knowledgeable and has done so much in the area for everyone's birds. I'm having camera problems right now. I'm sorry, my camera's falling over
Oh, all right.
because
You
I
hold
moved
on
it
to that.
a
So yeah,
little sideways.
Jody, and both Jody and Debbie Goodrich, they up in the Pacific Northwest. They are there for education, for support. So we want to thank Jody at Kiko. So thank you. Who we got next, Nick? Mighty Bird Toys. So every year at Parrot Festival, my booth is across from Mighty Bird Toys. And, some people might think, oh, well, you're a bird toy manufacturer too. So, how do you get along? Well, Rick Markland is incredible. And Rick's sister runs Magnolia Exotic Bird Sanctuary. So, Rick is always willing to support. He supported us last year, sent us bird toys, and we will be bringing bird toys to the rescues from Mighty Bird Toys in Texas. Nick on air. I don't know. Nick is just always there. Nick knows what I'm thinking before I think it. Nick knows to tell me, no, that's a dumb idea.
Yeah, I was just gonna
And
say,
he's he's honest with me. He's realistic with me. Um, he doesn't get nearly enough back out of this relationship as he should. But Nick is our technical consultant. He's been my emotional consultant. Carrie, you got anything to say about Nick?
Nick is great. Nick has helped people all over. You know what? Every time I go to a conference, it's Nick's there helping, no matter who it is. It seems AFA, the Parrot Festival. In disaster relief, he spearheaded a lot of getting people the donations they needed. Uh, in other disasters, I've seen him right there helping people. And sometimes I've seen people who need help, and I'm like, here's Nick's info. And he's right there. He's great.
And he puts up with me. I mean, I sent him like 17 different things today, and he got them all done. So thank you so much, Nick. Um, New Zealand does subscription boxes. They are out of Arizona. They supported us last year. There was a box for every rescue, and there will be a box for every rescue this year from New Zealand. So thank you to the folks
Nice.
there. It's worth looking into subscriptions. Polybird. So we met Polybird this weekend at Parrot Festival, and it's a wonderful app that allows your bird to talk to other birds, and it's building a virtual flock. So Cody and Jana are doing a wonderful job, and they will be working with us to help bring some communication to the birds at the rescues that we visit. So check out Polybird. It's well worth a visit. Preview Pet Products. The name's been around since we were little. They have evolved, and they will be sending us product for all of the rescues. So thank you to Preview Pet Products. Carrie, you want to talk about this one?
Quaker Parrot Society. Vern, great guy, does a lot of work all over the country with Quaker parrots. Uh, just drove two Quakers to Texas for him. And they were in a home that night. He had someone who was willing to adopt them out of Florida, and they needed transport. And it was just so happens that I knew the person in Florida, and we got them to Texas, and we got them in a home. Vern's been doing work with the Quaker Parrots and the Quaker Parrot Society for years. He's always done a wonderful job and always helping out the Quakers, and it's important. We have a lot
Yeah,
of wild flocks here.
and Vern didn't even hesitate. It was just like, oh, how can I help?
Oh, yeah.
What can I do?
Yep.
So we want to
Absolutely.
thank the Quaker Parakeet Society and Vern in particular. So thank you. Sugar Creek Bird Farm. I can't say enough good things about Sugar Creek. I have visited there from a salesperson perspective. I have watched Bernie and her knowledge and her love of education, and she is willing to help us with this mission. So this is important. Nick put this in here. We do need to talk about. I do have one more sponsor, Nick, that I need to mention.
I'm
A
sorry
couple
you
more.
weren't supposed to see that.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Um, it's important. We can do that if you want, but have we got, do you have, we've got two, yeah, Sugar Creek, and who have we got after Sugar Creek? Zorro's Toys for Rescues and
So,
Friends. This is Melissa Davis. Melissa is one of, first of all, she's an incredible trainer. Second of all, she is Zorro's mom. Zorro is a wonderfully trained and behaved kaik, black cap kaik. And on top of all that, between training Zorro and being a great bird mom, she is able to make some phenomenal toys that she donates to rescue. So she did send us some last year, and she will be sending us some for the rescues this year. So thank you, Melissa and Zorro, for
thank you.
letting Melissa make those toys. All right. I'm assuming Zorro's is the end of the list. I do want to add in also World Parrot Expo. This is Debbie Goodrich and Flight Club Foundation's biggest fundraiser every year. It's the last full weekend in September, and they will be supporting us as well. The event they put on is fantastic. You may have known it as Seattle Parrot Expo before. It is now World Parrot Expo. She's taken that leap. So if you're in the
Next
Seattle
level.
area at the end of September, the next level, it's Next Level Bird Expo, the World Parrot Expo. Debbie does a phenomenal job. She and her volunteers putting on this event every year. And she's got a new name, but I'm assuming it's the same incredible incredible level of
Walk.
education and flock. There we go. Um, and Bird Fever, we talked about a little bit before. We're going to visit them. They are also supporting us in the tour. So I think that's everybody now. This has been I didn't think it was going to take this long, which doesn't say a lot for how long it's going to take to actually do this. It took an hour just to talk about it. So,
It
Carrie,
means we
what do
really
we,
need to bring.
I know, I got to get that map
What are we
out.
putting out? We're putting out what, two weeks for travel?
Yeah, probably 2 weeks of travel. So if anybody has any suggestions on, places we should stop that weren't on the list, not necessarily rescues, but places we should stop, that we should see as bird people, or as road warriors, either way, let us know. And all we ask is that you support the birds and the rescues. We learned so much last year, and we saw so much good being done. That's why we decided to do it again this year. Again, the QR code closest to me allows you to donate toys directly to those rescues. You got to put Mark and I back to work again. And the QR code next to Carrie is if you want to, help us with some gas or some road snacks. That's how that
And
happens.
please, and please, if you do donate, put Rockstar so we definitely know, where you want it to go for the Rockstar
Yep,
road
if you
trip.
use the QR code on the right in the memo, put that it's going to the Rockstar road trip. Sarah Robinson, we're not going through Tennessee this year, but it might be on next year's list.
Tell Sarah I was in Tennessee 3 weeks ago.
She was in Tennessee. Sarah, she was in Tennessee 3 weeks ago. I don't know. Carrie, you never know where Carrie's going to be. Jody says we should go to Mackinac Island. I would love to go to Mackinac Island, but Jody, I don't know if we'd ever leave there.
We
And
could
you do
start a
want us
bird
to get
rescue there.
There you go. We could open a new one. But Jody, if you want us to get to Kiko's Parrots at some point, we can't probably go to um, Tony's Restaurant in Birch Run, Michigan. Okay, so you guys are all going to send us the addresses of these places. Debbie says they did the same trip with Flight Club. One of her members passed in Vermont and she drove across the country. It's an amazing way to get away and see the journey. That's true. It's about the journey. I posted when we were back in Naples after traveling with Deb Lex, which Deb, it was an experience,
She's a
wasn't it?
trooper.
She
She's a trooper.
definitely is.
She did the
But
Tennessee run with me.
Deb is amazing. But yeah, if you guys can support this in any way, share this with your friends who want to support rescue and rehome and sanctuary. Um, we appreciate whatever you can do. And you'll see more about this as we go on. What do you got to say, Carrie? Final words.
I would love everyone to come out and see us on the trip when we post our map and our route. I would love to see people come out and support the different rescues if they're in the area. Well, just meet us at the bathroom.
There you go. We are going to build in bathroom stops. I don't know that we'll publicize where those are going to be, but we will.
Kind of
And yes,
creepy.
Sarah, I don't know how close we are to Prue's Pets in Michigan, but it is a cool place to go. So we may do that. Debbie is awesome. But all right, you guys take care, and we will be seeing you more frequently. Hopefully, share anything on social media that you see about the Rockstar Tour, and share it with your friends. So have a
And
wonderful week, you
t-shirts,
guys. There'll be
t-shirts coming up
t-shirts.
soon.
Don't
T-shirts
say
soon.
not soon, not soon. T-shirts, yes. I don't know about when, but yes, t-shirts.
Okay.
We, we will definitely let you guys know when that happens. And again, if there's something you would like to hear about or see, please let us know. Next week, I'm going to have two guests on who we had an interesting on the road kind of rescue this past week. It wasn't really a rescue; it was a rehome, and but we're going to talk about that next week. So everybody, take care, and we will see you all soon. Bye, Carrie. Stay nice and warm. It's
Have
going
a
to
good
be in the
night,
negative.
everyone.